Oh my God, you are sore as hell and you don't know what to do. You're a beginner and you wondering if you strained your body and you wrecked it and you can never work out again. Never fear, Jean is here with the Total Body Training Podcast, where I help people get lean, gain muscle, and build some damn confidence. And today's topic is D.O.M.S, delayed onset muscle soreness. This episode is great for beginners, so you can learn about how getting sore isn't the end of the world and what kinds of sorenesses you should be looking forward to, or looking in the future to. I don't know if you're looking forward to it, but looking towards in your future fitness career. Can I word things any better here on the Total Body Training Podcast? No, I can't, because I'm me and I'm speaking my truth. So this is it. All right, today we're talking about D.O.M.S, delayed onset muscle soreness. Now, before we get into that, I just want to talk a little bit about the kinds of sorenesses that you might feel. Now, the initial pain, when you're working out and you're a beginner, it's the first time you've came into a gym, you're lifting weights and you're pumping iron, you're going to feel some kind of tightness in your body. So maybe you're there curling and you're like, or you're squatting, you're doing all these movements and your legs or your arms might start to get sore right then and there. Didn't even have to wait an hour and you're already sore, right? And that's called acute muscle soreness. And you'll get really, really tight and then it'll subside a little bit and then you'll try again. Now, if you're a beginner and you get very little movement, so you sit a lot at work or you've never worked out in your whole damn life, then you might have a lot of that acute stuff. So your body might be super hella tight right then and there in the gym. Know that that's just a part of the process, that you're going to feel some discomfort. Now, you don't want to feel it to the point where you need a wheelchair. And you also don't want to feel like sharp pain within the joints, right? So when people tell me, oh, I feel soreness and I feel discomfort, is something wrong with me? My first question is, do you feel sharp pain inside of your joints? And if you don't, you should probably be fine. I mean, I'm sure there's instances where that wouldn't always be the case, but you should probably feel fine. You're probably just dealing with some acute muscle soreness, and that acute muscle soreness ain't so cute despite the name. Ooh, I am a corny person, but moving on. Now, and that acuteness, that acute muscle soreness comes from chemical buildup and fluid buildup in your muscles. So it's just a natural part of it, and it's what you should be expecting. Now, about 8 hours after your workout, you might start to feel real shitty. So you might start to feel like, oh my God, I don't know if I can move around very comfortably. What's going on? And 24 hours after your initial workout, if you worked out really hard, right, you might feel like when you sit down on the toilet that you can't get up. You might look at a staircase at your work and wish that there was an elevator. You might lay in bed and wonder if you need to not get up and take some ibuprofens or something like that. I assure you that that's something that's natural. It's called D.O.M.S, delayed onset muscle soreness. You're not dead. You're not dying. There are some tricks that we can use to help you with that delayed onset muscle soreness. What is it? Well, delayed onset muscle soreness is just small tears in your muscle, and they're not 100% sure what causes it, but it's very common for beginners, or it's very common when you're trying something new. So even myself, like I might have a case of the D.O.M.S if I go do a different training modality. So let's say that I was going to go do, I don't know, like a CrossFit, okay, like a CrossFit class. I'm not trained for CrossFit. What I do here is I do strength training, powerlifting, and I do a fair bit of yoga, right? So if I was to go do CrossFit where I'm doing a lot of cleans and a lot of Olympic weightlifting, I'm gonna get D.O.M.S. My body is gonna feel some kind of way, and I am going to feel some kind of way about feeling some kind of way in my muscles, if you know what I'm saying. So that is part of what happens. It's just a natural part of the process when you're doing something that's new. So, that being said, when you're a beginner, it can be downright horrifying, and you can wonder whether or not you should ever work out again, or if working out is your thing, because you don't want to feel that kind of soreness, and I get it. But you gotta work out, man. That's what TBT is all about. You gotta get in shape and you gotta take care of yourself. So what can you do? Well, I've got a few things right here, a few tips, and these aren't gonna make you never get the D.O.M.S and things like that, but it'll definitely help you. All right, so the first thing you should know is that it's normal for beginners. If you're not training, feeling some sense of D.O.M.S is normal for beginners. And the second thing that you should know is not to stop. If you stop and you know that you need to go back to the gym and you stop for like 2 or 3 weeks, when you come back, you're going to deal with the same thing. You're going to be just as sore as you were 2 weeks ago the moment after this first incident, right? Because you're going to still get those same kind of tears in your muscle fibers and things like that if you still work out at the same capacity. So believe it or not, getting in the gym, moving around, getting blood flow pumping to your muscles, things like that will actually help you. I know it sounds counterintuitive, right? It sounds counterintuitive that you would feel better if you did more of the stuff that got you in the situation you're in right now. But I promise you it'll help you if you do it right. Now, don't stop. Third, start slow. Maybe you overdid it. Or maybe your trainer pushed you a little too damn hard. Hint, I have made that mistake. I have pushed people a little bit too hard. Sometimes it's not easy to always know. Sometimes you see somebody and they look like they can handle something, or they give you feedback and they tell you they can't, when in reality, maybe they should have just not done that, right? Maybe they should have taken it a little bit easier. You don't want to take it easy for the rest of your life. That's not what I'm saying. And if you have, some confidence about you or some kind of ego, you might not want to take it easy if you're in a class setting. So you might look at, if you're like a dude and you're 25 and you don't work out at all, and you go into a fitness class with mostly women and you see them crushing it in the gym, you might want to try to keep up, but then you wake up devastated and never come back to working out because you feel a little bit bruised, your ego there, right? Don't do that. Don't stop. Just show up. And what I would do is that you start slow. Number 3, you start slow. So the next time that you come in, do a little bit less weight. Seriously, like, that's okay. And the all or nothing mentality, like do the most that you can, is not always the best option. Sometimes you literally do have to just start slower. It's okay. You got to start slow sometimes, right? Because eventually you'll build up. Look back at my past episodes about baby steps and at my past episodes about just trying to really gain some perspective on this. If you're feeling like you don't want to just start slow. You'll get less sore if you start slow. That's the whole point of this episode. Number 4. Static stretching. Make sure that you do some static stretching, so like yoga stretches, things like pigeon pose if you get really tight hamstrings or legs, things that open up your hips like frog pose. I find those things help me out. They help loosen up my hips and my low back. Doing cat cows, exercises like that. Shoulder openers. There's lots of them. If you just hop on YouTube, there will be millions of yogis or fitness people showing you exercises that can help you with that. So go ahead and give that a shot, because, sorry, I just had to check something. Give that a shot because that'll help you stay a little bit more limber after you work out. And finally, get your damn sleep. No one likes sleep. That is the least sexy topic that I'm talking about. In fact, some of you who are listening to this probably just tuned out because I brought it up. You got sleepy just thinking about it because it's that damn boring to you. Sleep is one of the most important tools for fatigue management. What is fatigue management, John? It means that, you might get a little bit, that all of us need rest and our bodies need recovery. And I know that there's no rest for the weary or some crap like that. And, I definitely don't think you should be lounging around all day like a kitten, but you definitely need sleep, because while you sleep, your body cycles through its hormones, it recovers from everything. And if you're getting, less than 6 hours of sleep, it's going to be harder to recover. Now, I understand. You might not be able to do that. Maybe you have the kind of job that does not allow you to do that. Maybe you've got, like a 60-hour work week, and you've got a family, and you got a little baby who's like, wah, wah, in the middle of the night, like all that stuff. Like my baby impression. I get it. I understand that you maybe can't get that, but a lot of us can. I mean, when I was in college, I stayed up all night, always, and it wasn't because I was studying, folks. I was doing other shit that I didn't need to do. And there's definitely been cases, even now, when I stay up to watch my favorite Netflix series after I've had a long day or something like that. When I wake up, I don't feel as well, and I'm not as clear, as focused, and my body doesn't feel as well. Get some sleep. It'll help you with that soreness. It'll help you with the daily rigmarole and the wear and tear that your body is taking from that delayed onset muscle soreness as a beginner. Once again, here are my tips. It's normal for beginners to feel D.O.M.S, delayed onset muscle soreness. Don't stop working out when you feel that way. You're only going to be making the problem stay there longer when you come back. And start slow. So ease your way into it. You don't need to glory lift or whatever, ego lift. Stretch at the end of your workouts. Do some yoga stretches. Oh, also foam roll. Didn't mention that, but foam rolling will help you. And finally, get your damn sleep. All right, people, thank you so much for tuning in to the Total Body Training Podcast. Until next time, peace.